Hi ladies, welcome back to another video. Now this video is actually part 2 of a two-part video. I have released part 1 last week Sunday, and now this video is covering what I didn't cover in the first video. Okay, so if you have not watched that video, the first video, you need to go ahead and watch it and come back to this one. If you've watched it, then let's get into it. So what I'm doing now with my blow dryer, I was just going through and just using the blow dryer to just dry the hair some, because I like to get my hair to be dried like 70% before I start to use a brush. So that's what I was doing. Now the hair is 70% dried and I'm ready to go in with my roller brush. Okay, so at this point the hair is very soft, so I don't need any tension. So I don't need to be tugging on my brush or pulling too much, right? I'm just letting that brush slide through the hair strands, right? So I've chosen this brush because I really like it, and when I grip the hair with the brush, it's not stuck in, it's just sliding through that section, which is perfect. Okay, so I'm just going through and I'm blow drying the hair with no tension. You don't need any tension, right? And I'm drying it 100%. Make sure that there is no more moisture left onto the hair. Okay, so while I go through this blow drying part of the process, let us talk about something very, very important, right? So when do I recommend a client to keratin treatment? That's a good question, right? Now, I recommend this particular client to get a keratin treatment because, of course, I believe that it's the best thing for her to have. So let's get into her specific needs, because as you know, every person have different needs, right? Their hair have different needs. So let's talk about her needs in specific. So her hair is thick and curly and frizzy, and it's hard to manage. She couldn't just wake up and just brush her hair. It's not possible because she has to wet it to get it soft a bit so she can comb through it. It's heavy, and if you have to get to work by a certain time, you really don't have time for that every single day. And if you don't get something that is manageable, you don't get a treatment done to your hair that you can manage it at home, it's kind of pointless. And that's when the keratin treatment comes in. All right. So what the benefits that she will be getting from this keratin treatment is that, number one, her hair is going to be frizz free. When she wets her hair after today and her curls pop back in, they are going to be free from all frizz. Her hair is going to become so much softer. Her curls will be softer and smoother, right? And she will be able to brush through it, whether it is curly or straight. Number two, her hair will be so easy to dry. Her drying time will be cut in half, you guys. Her hair will be dry in a jiffy, right? So way much easier to dry. Number three, her hair will be much stronger, right? So if you need strength, protein is the man for the job, right? So with stronger hair comes less breakage. So if your hair is strong enough, it's less likely for your hair to break. And if your hair is not breaking, that means you're going to retain your length. So your hair is going to become longer because protein gives your hair strength. Strength allow your hair to not break. And if your hair is not breaking, then your hair will retain the length and will be much longer. Number four, you will get the best of both worlds, I tell you. baby, you will get the best of both worlds, because when you decide to do a blowout and a silk out, girl, you will have no frizz. And if you decide to go curl for days, you will have no frizz. You're able to wear your hair curly or straight with frizz free locks. Can I tell you? No, that's the best part for me. So those are the benefits that this specific client needed. And I know that this, with a keratin treatment, I will be able to make her happy. So even when she go home, she is able to manage her hair, right? Because as I said, it is pointless if you're going to send your client home and they can't do anything to their hair until they come back to you, because most of the maintenance happens at home. Clients have to know how to maintain their hair, and that's when I came up with the keratin. Do a keratin treatment that will give you enough manageability that you're looking for. So, guys, enough about that part. Let's get into the straightening part, which is my personal favorite. Okay, this is satisfying, like it's awesome. So, let's talk about why we need heat when doing a keratin. So, no, let me first talk about the amount of heat that we need. Now, with my keratin that I'm using, I showed you in a video, I get a booklet, like a little pamphlet or stuff or so in the box. So now that reads all of the instruction that I need to follow when it comes on to my tool and my heat, and how many passes I need to give each sections, right? So the instruction told me that I need to give each half-inch section anywhere from 6 to 8 passes. Okay, now you have different hair types, so depending on the hair type that you're dealing with or that you're treating with a keratin, you need to use that amount of passes and that amount of heat. So for my client now, I'm doing 6 to 8 passes, and my flat iron, which is a titanium plate flat iron to be specific, I I have that set at 400 degrees. 400 degrees Celsius. That's my heat source for today. Now, as I say, no matter what, no matter how someone tell you about a product, whenever you have that product in your hand, read the instructions. It's the right thing to do. Read the instruction for yourself, and then you go ahead with the maker's guide. Follow their instruction. They are the one who make the products, and it's best for you to read and understand before you proceed. Okay, because as I said, everybody have different hair textures and types, so you want to know how best you should work with that hair texture and type. Yes, so with giving the hair so much heat, it's not harmful to the hair, because remember we just added protein to the hair. So that is acting as a heat protectant. And in order for the protein to penetrate into the hair's cuticle, we need to open the cuticle layer of the hair. Now the hair have some scale-like thing at the outer layer. So what the heat does is lift the cuticle and make way for that treatment to get into the hair shaft, and so that we can seal that treatment into the hair shaft, because that's what we want. We want the protein, which is the keratin, to embed it into the hair's shaft so it can make it stronger. Okay, so the heat is necessary. If you do not apply heat to a keratin treatment, it is pointless. It will not be effective. It has no effect onto the hair, right? So the heating process, the heating part of the process really increases the rate of bond formation. That's really what it does, right? So it has to, the heat act as a catalyst then. So it increases the bond formation when using hydrolyzed protein and any peptides. And for any hydrolyzed protein or peptides, you need heat, right? The heat just form the bonds that we need to form, right? Because whenever you, the heat styling, and when you don't have proper heat protectant, when if your hair is the heat damage, or you have been processing your hair, or whatever you do to your hair on a daily basis or regularly, it will start to break the bonds of your hair. So we are doing this protein to get the bonds back and strong so it can add strength to your hair. So doing a keratin treatment without heat, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so don't be alarmed about the amount of heat that we're using. It is needed. All right, without heat, the hair is going to, it will have no luster. It will be dull. The shine won't come up and stuff like that. Because if you could see at first, before I started to flat iron the hair, the blow dried part of her hair is totally different from the part that I flat iron. You can see the parts that I flat iron is shiny. Look at that. It is shiny and really, really healthy. So we need the heat. Okay, guys, don't, it's cool. We're good. And you guys, if you have any question, please feel free to leave it in the comment section and I will answer your question. Okay? And I hope you're enjoying this video thus far, because I really believe that this video is going to give you a lot of clarity on a keratin treatment, because a lot of people don't know exactly what a keratin does and the different way it can be done, and stuff like that. Because I've met people who didn't know that a keratin treatment could be done without you losing all your curls. A lot of people just think that if you say keratin treatment, you say bone straight. You cannot get a keratin treatment and still keep your curls. No, that's not so. You actually can have a keratin treatment and still retain your curls. All right, so I hope that I made that clear to you guys, that it is possible and it is going to be your best friend. If you ever try it, you're going to love it. It's addictive, I have to tell you, because it just gives you all that you need if you want to make your hair more manageable and free from frizz. Yeah, it's perfect. So with that said, I am hoping that you guys are enjoying this video. And for all my new subscribers, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for all those who haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe and become a part of the family. Yep. So I appreciate all of you guys who have subscribed to my channel and leaving comments and interacting with me. I appreciate that. I feel blessed. Make sure to turn on your post notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. And as you guys know, I upload once per week. So be the first to see my video. Okay, guys, enough of that. So let's talk about maintaining your hair at home after you've gotten a keratin treatment. First thing first, you're going to want to make sure that you have no sulfate shampoo and conditioner at home. You need sulfate-free everything. You need sulfate-free shampoo, you need sulfate-free conditioner, you need sulfate-free treatment, you need everything sulfate-free. You don't want any sulfate in your products, because what the sulfate will do to the keratin, it will strip the keratin. And you don't want to have to do your keratin sooner than you really should. So you want to make sure that you have no products that contain sulfate. That's the first thing. The second thing, you are going to want to make sure that you have a moisturizing mask, a mask that is going to add moisture to your hair, because as you guys know, protein is for strength, and when your hair is freshly protein treated, whether it be a keratin, whether it be just a protein treatment, you're going to want to add moisture back to your hair. So you should keep a moisturizing mask or a hydrating mask, so you can use that mask every other week, right? To add moisture to your hair. So that is a must after you've had a keratin treatment. All right, and you want a polish, a nice sulfate free polish, so you can add that to the ends of your hair if you ever need some sheen. Now we are going into the trimming section of it. I've already flat ironed her hair, and now we're just trimming off a bit. So I'm taking off the split ends, and I don't need to take off a lot because the last time we trimmed our hair was like 4 months ago. So I'm just going through and I'm just cutting off what I see that needs to go. So I'm just trimming that, just trimming her hair up, and make you, can you see that? Can you see how silky that is? Now whenever she wants to do a silk out or a blow dry, that's exactly how silky it will look once you have a keratin, and you will have no frizz. Girl, you are going to be free from frizz, okay? You're gonna love that. Can you see how much I'm taking off? Yes, like an inch or inch and a half. And I'm just going through and getting all of those split ends off, okay? You guys, a keratin treatment cannot seal split ends. I've been seeing this thing going around where they're saying that keratin treatment can seal split ends. That's not true. Okay, the only remedy or the only cure for split ends is for you to get them trimmed off totally. Because if you wait too long to get it off of the length of your hair, it is going to go up the hair strand. It will continue to split straight up until it is away on the strand of the hair, and then you're going to have to cut more, and you don't want that. So ladies, get them off. I mean, you need to get them off because it's going to benefit you in so many ways. Because if the split ends is not on the ends of your hair will be able to grow nicely and healthy. Okay, so that's exactly what we need. So I've done cut her hair in a basic way, just cut off the ends, and now I am giving some elevation to make sure that I'm getting the strands that lives on the top of her head. I don't want to miss out anything, so that's what I'm doing. Pulling the hair out at a 90-degree, and I'm just making sure that I am getting all those ends off. You guys, trust me, this process was tedious. It was tedious to film. So you guys, please like up this video because your girl had to do it for y'all. Okay, so please like the video and leave a comment. Okay, it means a lot. Tell me what you're thinking and make suggestion as to what other video you'd like to see. I'm happy to make them for you guys. What I'm doing here is, sometimes you have some flyaways that even though the hairs are short, they're still split at the end, so you want to make sure that you can look to see if there is any sticking out that has split on the ends of the hair. You want to just go in and cut those, right? So as I was saying before, you guys, like the video and show me some love. And you guys, this is how it's looking, nice and silky. That's how it's looking. I've trimmed off most of what you needed off. So I'm seeing some poking out and the ends are not looking so healthy. So I'm just cutting those as I told you before. Just snip, snip, snip them off. I just added a tiny, tiny tip of Biosilk pot the polish on her hair because I just wanted to calm down those flyaway. And this is it. Ta-da! Tell me how you feel about this, you guys. I am happy. She's happy with it. As you can see, she loves it. I mean, it was so silky and nice. So you guys, thank you for watching this one. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for the love and the support. I appreciate it. And this is it. Lovely. I hope you enjoy this as much as I did. So, yep. Thank you for watching. And until another time, bye. Love you.